Hello there and welcome. I'm going to be talking to you about your Brighten and Renew skincare selection, and thank you very much for supporting my small business. So your Brighten and Renew, just checking the name there because I very rarely actually use the name of the actual skincare selection. It has in it your smoothing cleanser and your vitamin toner, your Skin Feast moisturizer, a bamboo cloth to use with your cleanser. It has your free face mask, which in this situation is Facelift brightening tightening mask, which is fabulous. And then you have two serums, and you've got fruit peel and you've got Glowbury. Okay, it's really important that you keep Glowbury in the fridge, and I'll explain why when I get to that. It's important to keep the mask in the fridge as well, but especially important with Glowbury. So you have bought this selection probably because you feel that your skin's a bit jaded and you want to get that tropic glow. You want to sort of feel like your skin's zinging and youthful again. Just has more of that kind of like youthful glow, and the surface is nice and exfoliated, so you don't kind of, sometimes you just feel sort of, I remember somebody said to me, my skin just feels kind of grubby at the top. And I was like, oh dear, okay. So we need to really sort of brighten and renew our skin. So what would you do? So cleanse, tone, moisturize in morning and night, but we're going to do things in a particular order, okay? So we don't want to use our Skin Feast moisturizer before we use either of these serums, because it is oil-based and these are water-based, and so you want to put water-based serums on before you put oil on. So we're going to use the cleanser. Don't need too much, depending how much makeup you've got on, and massage it in. It's a really nice opportunity to massage your skin, always going upwards, working with your face, not allowing gravity to have as much say as it sadly does as we age. So you're working against gravity by pushing upwards. Okay, and I've got a video actually of me doing a bit more of this facial massage with my cleanser, which I'm happy to pass on. So get your bamboo cloth in tepid water. The bamboo cloth's super soft. It's 6 times more sustainable than cotton. Uses 6 times less water, so it's very eco-friendly. It's antibacterial as well, has natural antibacterial properties. You want to keep it scrupulously clean though, so use your Tropic body wash or hand wash and just rinse it out with that. Pop it on the towel rail each time you've used it, and then once a week bung it in the wash. So I would buy an extra bamboo cloth if I were you. I always recommend that. So that feels really lovely. We do a face wash powder, so if you're the kind of person that really likes that sensation of being squeaky clean, or if you break out sometimes, Clear Skies is a really brilliant face wash powder for a second cleanse now. Have a chat to me about that if you are interested. So your cleanser has melted away all of the impurities, oil and grease and makeup and dirt, and lifted it off. Now we need to use our toner. So a spritz like that, and then I'm going to use a bamboo pad or cotton pad, spritz on there, and make sure that all of the oil, makeup and grease is gone. There's also another reason for this. Our vitamin toner is a miraculous product, really. It's really gorgeous. It's got obviously vitamins in it, which is why it's called vitamin toner. It's got vitamin C in it, so it's very healing for your skin, but it also restores the pH balance of your skin. So our skin is slightly acid and water isn't, so it is the wrong pH for our skin. So actually this is magic, because it just spritz like that, wipe it round, and then your skin is back to where it should be. And that's really important, because the acid mantle on your skin is what protects your skin. I'm going to give it another little spritz and just pat it in. It's so cooling, the toner. Keep it in the fridge, put it in your handbag. Use it as often as you like. You can use it on top of makeup to give it a kind of a refresher. Squirt it as much as you like during the day. It's really good for your skin. Okay, so there we are. Now Glowbury is best used in the morning because it is a really, really clever product. It's very potent vitamin C serum. It's got 10% vitamin C in it, and it's high grade vitamin C. So that's why you keep it in the fridge, to keep it this gorgeous colour and to keep it fresh. And you will just use a few drops in the morning, and what it does is it protects your skin against free radicals during the day. So although I have got some customers that say, oh, I like to use it at night, it is designed for the day, and it's designed because you're going to be out and about, and it will protect you from all of the pollution and damage that is in the atmosphere, and the vitamin C there helps, as I say, it helps fight free radicals. That's really nice, and you know it's a lovely sensation. It's also great for hyperpigmentation. So a lot of ladies who've got like sun damage, sort of if we've sunbathed a bit in our youth, as we all have if we're 80s girls, this is a really, really good product for getting rid of that hyperpigmentation. It's really good for uneven skin tone too, and brightening, as obviously why it's in this selection. It's independent clinical trials show that it's actually 65% more even your skin tone after a month's use, which is fabulous. It's also great for fine lines, and it's hydrating too, so it's a really, really great serum. Now, the only proviso I would say with this is if you've got Pure Lagoon, which is in a different selection, but say you've actually bought Pure Lagoon 2 and you've done a build your own, then you don't use these two together. It won't hurt you, but the active ingredients in them cancel each other out, so you'd be wasting your serum. So we don't do that, but that's not in this selection. I just thought I'd mention it. Okay, so we use that in the morning, and then you would use your Skin Feast moisturizer. You might also have the eye collection. So I'm going to pop a bit of my eye work on with this gorgeous cooling Zamac tip, which really reduces puffiness and fine lines and shadows. It's very cooling and delicious. Okay, so I feel really, really nice and hydrated now. I'm going to use my Skin Feast moisturizer. Don't need too much. Rub it between your fingertips, and it emulsifies, goes creamier, and it goes further. Because sometimes I get ladies say things like, oh, you know, I'm ready for another Skin Feast, and they're using their Skin Feast much quicker than everything else. That usually is because their skin is dehydrated and needs hydration, which is water and hyaluronic acid as well as oils. So in that case, talk to me about Rainforest Dew serum, which is a hydration serum. Because that will plump your skin full of water and hyaluronic acid, and you'll notice a real difference then when you are using your Skin Feast moisturizer, because then that's adding oils, and you'll suddenly notice that you don't need as much as you used to because your skin's hydrated underneath. Okay, so that feels really nice. Now, your fruit peel is a brilliant serum. It used to be called Good Skin Day when it first came out, and you use it at night. So you use this one at night, and you would cleanse, tone, then use your fruit peel. Okay, so don't use it with your Skin Feast, because the Skin Feast will dilute it. Now, the only proviso I would say on that is if your skin is rather sensitive, then I would build up to using this on its own. I would use a little bit of Skin Feast with it the first few times, and check that you're tolerant to it, because this is got alpha, beta and polyhydroxy acids in it, which is fruit acids, and that's how it does its great exfoliation work on your skin overnight. But obviously it's supposed to tingle a little bit, but it's not supposed to make you sort of bright red or anything like that. So just if you are sensitive, just watch out for that. You might want to dilute it with the Skin Feast for a little while, but ideally you want to be using it on its own. So you're going to put, now obviously I've put some Skin Feast on already because I'm demoing it to you, but I wouldn't have. So at night I would have just done cleanse, tone, and then I would pat in my fruit peel. It's got a lovely scent, very fruity, and I really love the tingle. And I've got a lot of customers that are completely addicted to the tingle. when they first brought this out, they Tropic tested all the guys at head office who were going to use it, and they tested their skin, and they used it every night. We don't recommend every night, but the guys at head office did, every night for 2 weeks, and then they tested their skin again with one of those sort of like big machines that can see the composition of your skin, and their skin was 20% thicker, the surface of the skin, so it was firmer, because all of those sort of dead skin cells and flakiness, the parts of your skin that is actually dead and is not doing you any favors at all, because that had been sloughed off, it was allowing the sort of firmer skin underneath to be seen. So pat it in, and then maybe clean your teeth, and then maybe pop a bit more in if after a couple of weeks, if you're happy with it and you're tolerating it nicely, just pat a bit more in, and then go to bed. And in the morning you'll be really, really lovely and exfoliated and glowing, and then you can cleanse, tone, and you might then want to use your Glowbury and your Skin Feast moisturizer, and most importantly your Sunday. Okay, so your Sunday UV facial defense. This is the baby version. I couldn't lay my hands on my big one, but the big one is twice the size, because it's really important after you've used fruit peel to use UV protection the next day, because obviously you've exfoliated your skin, and so that's opened your skin up a little bit to being a bit extra sensitive to the sun. So we always recommend you use Sunday every day anyway, but particularly it's important on days where you've used your fruit peel. Okay, so you pop that on. It's a really nice hydrating, it's got hyaluronic acid in it, hydrating SPF 50. A lot of ladies love it as a makeup primer, because it's really good as a primer before makeup. And I've got some younger ladies who actually, particularly in sort of hot sweaty days, will use this instead of Skin Feast in the daytime, because it is hydrating and protecting, and then they save their Skin Feast for nighttime. Now, a quick word about your Facelift brightening tightening mask. This is such an interesting mask. It's very versatile. So I always think of it as a facelift in a jar, okay? And you don't get many facelifts for free in life, but this is free in your selection, as is your second serum. So pop your spatula, don't use your fingers, and keep it in the fridge to keep fresh longer. And you're going to pop it on twice a week maybe, or like you can use it as a kind of a fix before you go out on a party or a date, because it actually does have firming qualities. Now I'm plopping this on after I've just done that demo, and obviously you would cleanse, and then you would use your mask, and then you would tone and use your serums, okay? But I'm just showing you. So you'd leave that to get hard, put it on all over, and leave it to get hard, and then wash off. Actually use it under here as well, where you're get a bit saggy. And it's got electric daisy in it, so it gives a bit of a tingle. It's got all sorts of ingredients, buckthorn in it, that really are hydrating as well, and Brighten, glycolic acid in it, I can never say that word, and so it brightens and tightens. So it's a really great rejuvenating mask. It's a rejuvenating mask. But yeah, it does lift you, definitely. It's quite fun to do like half a face and see the difference, or take a before and after shot. Try not to smile and let it go nice and hard, and then you get the best impression. So you can use that a couple of times a week. As I say, it's you can feel a bit of a tingle again with it, because again it's got more fruit acids in it. So just watch out if you are a bit sensitive. Often when you start with Tropic, if you've not been using natural Tropic products before, just be careful that you don't overloading your skin with all these active ingredients, because Tropic's ingredients are premium quality and they're very active, which means that you're getting what you're paying for. But sometimes your skin will be like, whoa, I'm not used to this, you know? So maybe just watch it with using fruit peel and using your mask, you know, all in one go. I would sort of build up to it. So if you haven't used Tropic before, maybe just start with the Cleanse Tone Moisturiser and see how you get on with that. And then introduce Glowbury, and then introduce Fruit Peel and your mask. So just take it slow, have a chat with me about any advice you might need, of course. I'm gonna have to start all over again now and do my toner to get my skin back to where, my pH back to where it should be. So I just like wipe this on, but you get the impression. Okay, so I hope that's helped you with your mask, with your selection, and you'll get your lovely Tropic glow. And if you need any more help or advice, just get in touch. And thank you so much for your purchase. Bye.